And welcome to this video in the series of videos of how you, as a judge or court staff, can navigate through the platform for the 24/7 on courts. In this video of the series, the module that will be covered is home screen, payments, and other miscellaneous items. This will entail the following tasks. 1. Navigating through the home screen in different logins, that is the judge login, the court officer login, the Nyay Mitra login, the FSO login. Further, we will also see how within the judge login, dashboards and registers can be accessed, and how within the Nyay Mitra login, payments can be processed. Further, tasks such as how in the court officer login, summon statuses, etc. can be viewed will also be covered. With that, let us begin with the first login, which is the judge login. When using the credentials of the judge, the login process has been completed. You will land on the following home screen as displayed. This home screen will have four sections. The first section on the left is a calendar section that will display the number of hearings that the judge has scheduled for that particular day and also an ability to view all hearings. Clicking on the View All Hearings will take the judge to their calendar. This will be discussed in further detail in the module for calendar management, scheduling, and rescheduling. The next portion on the judge home screen is this blue panel with Open Dashboard. Clicking on Open Dashboard will redirect to the dashboard statistics of the judge. The username and password can be entered here to view any or multiple statistics on the cases. Note that these details will be provided. It is only after a certain number of cases has come in that statistics will be visible. The last panel or item in the option for Open Dashboard will be to download reports. Here, a list of registered maintained online on the system will be available for download. Clicking on the download icon will enable the option to save them onto one's own device. The next section in the home screen of the judge will be the Your Cases section. The Your Cases section will have all of the cases in the court that have been scrutinized by the file scrutiny officer and forwarded to the judge. These cases will be filterable by case type, which in our case will currently be limited to Negotiable Instruments Act Section 138 cases, and they can also be filtered by the stage at which the case is. Further, the case ID can be used to search for a particular case by clicking on the search button. You can scroll through the table of all cases and can also use the navigation buttons to view more cases or to increase the number of cases displayed on the home screen. Further, it is also possible to, on the tab, navigate to a certain set of cases, for example, ongoing cases, registered cases, or closed cases. Ongoing cases are those in which both the parties have appeared. Registered cases are those which the judge has registered and have therefore been assigned a CMP and an ST number. And closed cases are those in which the judgment has been passed and hence the outcome will also be visible. Note that the last section on the judge home screen will be this right hand panel containing your to-do list or task for the day. This is also filterable by case type, which is once again limited to section 138 cases, and task type. Click on a particular pending task in order to open it and complete the process for the same. Note that this process will be covered in detail in further modules. The pending task panel on the home screen will also have two sections, one for critical tasks and the other for all other tasks for better navigation. With that, the home screen of the first user, that is the judge, has been covered. With that, let us come to the home screen of the next user, which is the court staff or court officer. This is a login that can be shared by the general courtroom manager to sign processes and also by the bench clerk or the courtroom manager in order to manage the hearings in the case. The home screen is very similar to the judges with the same hearings tab. and the same panel for your cases and pending tasks or your task on the right. The major difference is that instead of access to the dashboard, as well as instead of access to the registers, there is this panel on the home screen that will allow to review summons notices and warrants by clicking on the next icon. This will open a dashboard of all of the processes issued across multiple cases. It will be possible to sort them by issue date or also by the type of process to filter them. The status can also be used to filter them, and a search will be available by their ID. There will be two tabs, one for those summons notices and warrants that are pending signature and hence being sent to the delivery channel, and those summons notices and warrants that have already been sent. This will be covered in further detail in the process management module. With that, the home screen of the court officer has also been covered. The next login is that of the FSO, which is to be used by the general courtroom manager or the junior superintendent in order to scrutinize case files. This will once again be a very similar home screen to the judge. However, it will not have a hearing panel or a dashboard panel. Instead, it will have your cases, which will only have those cases wherein scrutiny is due. This will once again be able to be sorted by those cases that are either filed latest appearing on top or those that are filed earliest appearing on top. Filters can also be applied for stage and search can be done via case ID. The right hand panel will be very similar, containing the task to be completed in the day or in upcoming days. With that, the home screen of the FSO to be used by the general courtroom manager has also been covered. The last home screen is that of the Nyay Mitra, which is also a role to be performed by the general courtroom manager. Two actions will be available through this login. One is to approve registration requests, which we covered in module 1, and the second is to view pending payments. View pending payments is one of the options on the home screen of the Nyay Mitra login. The general courtroom manager will have to manage the payments that are to be made offline or physically in the court. To do this, the View Pending Payments button can be clicked. All of the payments due before the court will be available. Those that are completed can also be navigated to in a separate tab. These payments can be sorted either by the newest payments due appearing on top or the oldest payments due appearing on top. The payment type, which is whether it is a process fee, a case filing fee, an application fee, can also be used as a filter, and case ID and title can be used to search for particular payments. Note that in a particular case, the payment amount due and the reason for which it is due will be visible. Click on the Record Payment button in order to record a payment. The details of the reason for which the payment is to be made will be recorded and shared. Then, under Mode of Payment, select the appropriate mode of physical payment. And once selected, click on the Generate Receipt button. With that, the payment success screen will pop up and the transaction ID will be available. With that, the payment flow and the home screen of the Nyay Mitra has also been covered. With that, we come to the end of this module on home screen payments and miscellaneous other items. In this, we have seen the home screen of different users such as the judge, the court staff or the court officer, the file scrutiny officer, and the Nyay Mitra. Note that we have also covered details such as how hearings can be accessed through some of these home screens, how to-do lists or tasks can be accessed on those home screens, how a list of particular kinds of cases can be accessed on those home screens, how dashboards and registers can be accessed via these home screens, and also how collection of payments can be enabled via these home screens. Thank you.